I have the opinion that women as a group are better, nicer people than men as a group. Okay? And I'm going to give you an example, one example of how that is the case. So, my example is the fact that men are considered more attractive as they age. You know, like there's this narrative that men are more distinguished as they age. Like, is that really the case though? Are men really more attractive as they age? Like, I don't really think so. And I'm not saying this because I think society is cruel about women's aging. I think they are cruel about women's aging, and they say women like hit the wall and they don't look as attractive as when they're in their 20s or 30s. Um, I mean, speaking impartially, I think it's kind of true. Biologically, I personally don't look at the peak of my beauty. Like, I think I still have beauty, so I'm trying to be positive about aging. But the peak of my beauty was really like around age 32, I think. Like, I just had a couple of children. I was looking more womanly. My skin was glowing. It was just like, I think that was like the most beautiful I ever looked in life. And I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to recapture being 32. Like, it's just a fact of life that we age, and you have to see beauty in yourself in a different way. But I bring this up because, I mean, it is so delusional that we tell men that they look more attractive with age. I don't think so. I mean, I think they also have a biological peak around the same age that we have a biological peak at in our 20s or 30s, okay? So, but we let them live in this delusion, right? And we even feed this delusion. And maybe some of this is the patriarchy kind of in our own heads convincing us that men are more attractive as they age. But I don't think it's that. I actually think that lots of women see what men are as they age, but they're just kind. They're just nice people. Like, we'll be nice and say, "Oh no, baby, you look hot with your dad bod and your receding hairline." You know, sorry. Anyway, no, okay, sorry. Okay, wait, time out. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, my point is that, that women are just nicer people because we let men have these delusions and we're nice about it. We can see beauty in another human being beyond their physical appearance, right? And unfortunately, most men or men of the patriarchy, and even women of the patriarchy, don't give us that same kindness, right? They do not have kind eyes that see beauty in us, regardless of age. So I think this is something important to think about. Okay, so let me know your thoughts. Bye.